So Bitcoin is still very boring with this fake breakdown. While volume is still declining, we should actually have a look in towards this falling wedge pattern. And as we can be seeing right now, volatility is literally sitting at all-time lows. And all of the time, whenever we can be seeing these low amount of volatilities, well, right after these moments, we can be seeing a spike in volatility happening right after. So right now it is happening again, and we are about to get next week our new CPI data. So potentially next week we are about to see a lot of volatility incoming. So I still have my long position open with unfortunately only 2.2k in profits right now. And without further ado, let's start off with the imminent short term. We cannot really see anything all that significant really happening. Yesterday, of course, we were having a look at some kind of asymmetrical triangle breakout towards the upside, but right after we actually got our breakout towards the upside, well, we saw the stock market once again crashing towards the downside, which also dragged the Bitcoin price towards the downside. So that was quite unfortunate, but in the end of the day, what will just be very important is for us to actually hold this support level, because I've actually said it before and I'll say it again. Well, if we are going to be holding this support level, we can be flipping the trend in towards an uptrend. And if we are going to be once again losing this support level, well, we are probably just going to be creating another leg towards the downside before once again turning towards the upside. Another thing that will be very important is that we are right now trading inside of a weekend, and usually during a weekend we can be seeing lower amounts of volatility. And what I'm going to be once again expecting is that we are going to be trading at about the CME close price, which in this case was about a 29k level. And then beginning next week, we are going to be once again trading at about the 29k level. So anything that will really be happening inside of this weekend is all just noise. What will be very important is to have a look in towards the beginning of next week, where probably we are going to be trading at about this 29k level. So it is actually kind of strange because the stock market has not really been pushing the Bitcoin price towards the upside, because as you can be seeing, well, the stock market has just been trading towards the upside while Bitcoin has actually been going towards the downside. And right now, well, the stock market is seeing some kind of a correction, and because of that, well, Bitcoin is also being dragged towards the downside. Now, in my opinion, this is a pretty good thing. People are just taking their profits from the stock market, and whenever people are taking profits from the stock market, well, they can once again be reallocating their profits in towards assets like Bitcoin. So in the end of the day, let's wait and see what's going to be happening with the stock market. I think we are just going to be seeing another rejection, just like one right here. We have seen right here just a quick rejection before once again going towards the upside. Well, I think we are seeing that once again. So well, still we have seen this breakdown actually of this consolidation range, while volume has still been declining. So we could be saying, all right, this was actually a fake out that we have seen over here, and because of that, I'm going to be starting to have a look in towards this bull flag scenario, but more importantly, this falling wedge. Okay, and this falling wedge, I think it's going to be a very good indication whenever we are going to be breaking out towards the upside. It's going to be the very good indication of volatility once again returning towards the market, because of course we are seeing right now lowest amounts of volatility in all of the Bitcoin charts. So well, we are just sitting in one big calm before the storm, and we are waiting for volatility to actually return in towards the market. And I think we are going to be seeing that whenever we are going to be seeing this breakout from this falling wedge pattern. Now next week we could be getting this high amounts of volatility because we are going to be seeing our CPI data getting released, and all of these previous green vertical lines have indicated the CPI data getting released, and you can very clearly see that all of these previous times actually around these green vertical lines we have seen major amounts of volatility. So next week it is going to be very important to have a look in towards the outcome of this CPI data, and you should all do keep in mind that the longer term trend is still looking very good, and we are just waiting until this major resistance level is going to be broken. I think we are going to be breaking this resistance level whenever we are actually going to be breaking out of this falling wedge. That is why I'm positioning myself with this long position on BitGet. But in the end of the day, it's just going to be a waiting game before we are actually going to be seeing this either breakdown of this very important trend line or this breakout towards the upside of this resistance level. Okay, and I do think it will be more likely that we are actually going to be seeing this breakout towards the upside, because our trend is still towards the upside. And having a look in towards our momentum and on-chain indicators, well, it is not looking like our momentum is about to stop anytime soon, and we actually do have a lot more room for growth. Now, other than that, we are seeing the same exact thing also happening for Ethereum. It's also going to be a decision moment if we are going to be breaking towards the downside right here or towards the upside. But in the end of the day, well, Ethereum against Bitcoin, maybe in the imminent short term, might be looking a little bit better. But in the end of the day, I think we are just going to be creating this new consolidation pattern before going to be seeing another leg being created towards the downside. So I would rather pay my attention in towards Bitcoin and actually rather long the Bitcoin price than actually have a look in towards the Ethereum price. Another thing that I did talk about is, of course, that some altcoins are right now back since they bounced, and some people are paying attention a lot on the altcoins because they might think, all right, these altcoins are giving me greater gains. But in my opinion, the time to buy altcoins, so also Ethereum, is usually going to be when Bitcoin is going to be surpassing its old all-time high. So whenever Bitcoin is going to be breaking above that 69k level, well, that is going to be the time to really start having a look into what's these altcoins. Right now, it's not going to be the moment, and I still do think the Bitcoin dominance can be increasing quite a significant bit. So pay your attention in towards Bitcoin right now. And with that being said, be sure to be following me on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.